A question I want to start with though today is a little bit more light-hearted. Well, it's actually not light-hearted at all, but in some ways it might be easy to answer. If you could remove one animal, could be insect, amphibian, reptile, whatever, fish from this world, for whatever reason, which you must state clearly, what animal would it be? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Right, so the first animal, well, I mean, I guess we're going big animal, but the first arachnid, which popped into my head, was a spider. But
you don't like spiders, not a fan of spiders.
Well, I'm not a fan of spiders, but as we speak right now, Sento's batting away a fly. There's a solution to that, and that's a spider. So it's got a utility, right? What does a rat do?
Just NFTs.
Oh, the fly. It's back.
NFT chat. It's got utility.
It's got utility. What does
Spider's
a
got
rat
good
do?
utility. A rat? Well,
I hate them. Yeah, what does a rat do?
Do you know what? I did a bit of an essay on rats in university, and I quite like rats. I think they're very similar to humans. The way they sort of live in groups, they sort of loiter around urban areas. You know, they come out at night. They're not like humans. They're like street artists because they like to loiter in the shadows, and
they carry a lot of diseases. Though.
Carry a lot of disease. Yeah. That's the only bad side to rats, because I think there's a lot of good PR out there on rats. You know, Ratatouille, Roland the Rat.
They carried the plate,
Stuart Little. There's a lot of good PR for rats out there.
Stuart Little is more of a mouse than a rat.
Yeah, Stuart Little's a mouse. That's a good point. Mice can be cute, but rats, mate, they are. Oh, no, not for me. Like the argument.
Not even Ratatouille. Do you like Ratatouille?
Ratatouille. I mean, he's not real. Full stop.
What about is it Flushed Away? Is it Flushed Away that's got the rats in the sewers?
Yeah, I don't think that's real either. To be honest, mate.
There was a Nintendo DS Flushed Away game. Or was it a Game Boy? I think it was a Game Boy cartridge. Actually,
we can keep these without the animal. We don't need the animal. We got Monsters Inc.
And just as we're speaking, Pixel Players NFT has just tweeted, I've scheduled a lot of tweets over the next few weeks of World Cup content, so please drop a follow to Pixel Players NFT on Twitter. Sento, what animal are you removing?
I don't know. I feel like I'll be committing genocide, mate. I feel bad.
Yeah, well,
removing an animal from the planet.
Maybe you don't want to remove anything. That can be an answer, mate.
He's literally just squatting away a fly.
He's just literally just like and may I add, when I lived with Sento at university, he did not hold back with using the old deodorant can and lighter technique to flamethrower flying insects.
I mean, let's be honest here. You were the one that came up with the flamethrower idea, you know. And it was that tragic night we went down to the pub.
Tragic.
We were leaving just in front the canal. Left my windows open with the light turned on by mistake. Came back a couple hours later, something of the sort, an hour and a half later, full of mosquitoes, full of insects. It was a night, obviously. Jesus. That's when we came up. Oh, no, you have a very funny video of that. Of me trying to battle the mosquitoes with kitchen cloth in it.
You know when on TV,
just playing the ultra. What?
You know on TV when people were like getting interviewed and they'll kind of know the interviewer personally, and then there'll be an inside joke about a story, and they'll be like, oh well, we'll save that one for, you know, we won't say that one, we'll keep that for off air. And as an audience member, you're like, oh damn, I wish I knew what that was. Me and Sento, when we lived at university, our flat was actually raided by the police, but it had nothing to do with us. And we'll leave that one there.
That was just terrible.
Yeah, it was. It was a heart-stopping moment. But when we soon found out it wasn't to do with us,
I remember. Oh man, let's tell a little bit of the story. Not many details. Like just what happened at the beginning, though. Like, they always, every single time someone came around our house, our flat. Your door was right next the entrance door, but you never went to answer it. I always had to get out of my room.
My bedroom door, my bedroom door.
Yeah, and go to open whoever called. And so I came out, opened the door, 3 policemen were standing outside. It's like, hey, we're coming here to check this out, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, we're not going to check your personal stuff. And I said, hang on a moment. Went backwards a couple steps. That's where your door was. Not with your door, George.
Yeah.
Police is here. Come out. And you were like, oh, fuck off. Got up the chair.
The El Hamon were in earshot. Like they could hear me saying, "Fuck off!" Like,
oh, fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll remember. Oh, fuck that. Oh, fuck off. My entire life. It was so. Oh man, it was so great.
And then you said no for real.
Stay in shock for the next like 20 minutes.
Yeah, my face just dropped. I was like,
yeah.
Police stood at the door. Anyway, yeah. And just on the topic of that, on the layout of the flat that Sento was describing, I'm sure Sam can relate. Now, I was just wondering, Sam, do you remember on the topic of World Cup as well, when you came up to Oxford, where I went to university, the city of Oxford, not the University of Oxford. And we came up to the World Cup. We drove up at 3 or 4 a.m. We drove up very early in the morning in the sunrise. We had a free Domino's pizza given to us by a friend.
Who had just finished work.
Yeah. So we were waiting outside Domino's at about 1 a.m. ready to go to Oxford. It was in the summer after we'd finished university, so Sento wasn't there. He came out late. It was about 1:30, but he gave us a free pizza, so it made up for it. So we had a bit of pizza. And then we had to go back to his house. He had a shower. Then he got in the car about 2:30, 3 a.m. And then we drove to Oxford in the early hours in the morning. The roads were dead. Sunrise was coming up because it was summer. And we were watching the England game in the World Cup against Panama the next day. So, Then did you sleep in Sento's bed that night? Or was it who was in?
It was 4 years ago. I can't remember where I slept, to be honest. I'm just trying to. I've got a video on my phone saved, I believe. That, is of us in the pub, or it was from you recording it in the pub, and in the background, after all the cheering on Harry Kane scoring his penalty, we've got a fucking habit.
Yeah. And later in the evening, we went to a meadow just by this flat, and it was a weird summer where there were loads of these flying beetles, and we were swatting them away with hats. It was almost like a sport. And the sort of the connection that you made when you sort of swatted them was quite satisfying. So they're quite weighty, these beetles. They're quite probably the size of like a tea candle or something, if you know what a tea candle is. My animal, Sento, did you say an animal? I'm not sure.
No, I think I didn't.
You avoided the question.
I'm certain about the fly. Useless creatures, very annoying.
I'm gonna have to. I'm going to go with the mosquito, I think, because they're even more annoying. Like they need a mammal's blood to lay their eggs. Like, can you not?
Yeah.
Just lay your eggs.
Throughout the day, mosquitoes are way.
I wouldn't get rid of mosquitoes. I'd get rid of their necessity to be sucking mammal's blood. Like, can you just go and drink some water instead, and just lay your eggs? Like, why has it got to be like that? Anyway, welcome to the Pixel Players podcast, episode 12. Is this episode 12? I think it's episode 12 now. And we're now focusing on the World Cup. We've buried sort of the Premier League and the La Liga for 5 weeks, and we're all about the World Cup, as you can probably tell by our Twitter. The Twitter's now deeply themed around the World Cup. We've got all the Pixel kits made. We've got other content and artworks being posted about the World Cup. I saw a Zidane one this morning of him holding a croissant in the World Cup. Lovely. But yeah, so welcome to the Pixel Players podcast. It's an NFT project trying to be the home of Web3 football. So basically, if you're a football fan, get involved, start engaging. You don't have to own any of the artwork, but it's all around meeting football fans around the world and just, it's a lot. Basically, in Discord, we used to have an Argentine fan, season ticket holder at River Plate, posting pictures of when he'd go to football. So stuff like that, lovely. Send us pictures. Hosted by myself, George, or at Fevnova NFT.
Sento or at @ratpinner_ on Twitter.
Sam or Skipper NFT on Twitter.
And today we're focusing on the Pixel kits and the World Cup. So we're going to be rating all of the 64 Pixel kits, and at the end we're going to have a leaderboard of which ones are the best. And
Beautiful.
each one we'll go through. We'll have a little discussion about the team as well going into the World Cup. So I guess where to start, lads, is Argentina. So have we all got access right now, visuals on the Argentine pixel kits, home and away?
Aye.
Straight to the top. Yeah.
I personally, I really like these two kits. The purple away with the flames at the bottom, translated beautifully into pixels, but it's a wonderful design. And the white badge.
Lovely in real life, lovely in pixels. It's one of my favorites this year, definitely.
Yeah.
And you can't step away from the iconic Argentina home kit. Like the
I was going to say, I love the
the
colours.
white and blue is just, I mean, it's Argentina through and through.
With that badge. That badge is lovely.
Yeah. It just stands out beautifully, doesn't it? And I think you are right. What they've done with the away kit, they've gone a bit adventurous and it's worked. They've not changed their home kit, iconic colours, and the away kit with the flames at the bottom is gorgeous.
Are we giving it a score then?
Yeah. So I think we're going to give the home one first. So out of 10, Sento?
Okay. Me? Home kit out of 10. I mean, we're rating the pixel kit, right?
Yeah, and no 0.5s, only whole numbers.
Okay.
All right.
I'll give it an 8. I think it's a lovely kit, pixelated, and apart from that, the history is said behind the Argentinian first shirt. It has to be up there. It has to be up there, just because of that.
Sam?
Yeah, I'm going to be quite harsh on my scoring today, but I'm going with an 8 because they've not jumped the boat too much. They've kept the iconicness around the home kit, and you can't fault them for that. But 8.
Yeah.
And for me, I think I'm going to go with a 7. Now, I don't like giving 7s because normally I try and uphold the sort of rule where 7's a bit of a here and there number. So try and either go for a 6 or an 8. But I am going to go with
it's a
7.
safe heaven, isn't it? It's like,
You would go for 7.5.
Statistically, 7 is like one of the most picked up numbers.
Yeah.
When you have to do
when rating things. And then what about the away kit, Sento? We're going to give the away kit.
The away kit, as I said, is one of my favorites. I'm giving no 10s, I think, today, but I'm going to give it a 9.
9.
And if 0.5s were allowed, that would be a 9.5, definitely.
Okay. Sam?
I'm going with an 8. I mean, the flames look nice. I like the kit, but like I say, I'm reserving my 9s and 10s for kits which hit me. They hit me hard.
Yeah.
Deep in the veins.
I'm going to go with a 9 for this away kit. I think it's a beautiful kit. Lovely colour palette. If I was going to buy a handful of kits, 5, it would be in the handful. So that's a 9 for me. Now, all these pixel kits we're mentioning are for sale as well, by the way. 0.015 Ethereum, so a cheaper price point than the Pixel players. They might be gone by the time you look, but have a little look. It's a link in at PixelKits NFT on Twitter. So in the bio, you'll find it there. Next team. Well, actually, before we do the next team, let's have a quick discussion on Argentina. We'll do this for every club. Quick discussion on maybe expectations, key players. What do we think? I'm personally thinking Argentina are up there in the top 3 favourites for this tournament.
Yeah. There's big expectations for them, right? Messi's last World Cup.
Now, one thing I'd like to mention about this Messi's last World Cup, now, other than England, obviously, I'd quite like Argentina to win it for the fact that if Messi makes it to the final and plays every game, it's going to be his 1,000th professional match.
Oh, that's right.
So the narrative on that is beautiful, isn't it?
That's almost.
And I kind of think the way Ronaldo has behaved this week, what a kick in the teeth. You know, I know he's won the European Championship, but to watch Messi probably that puts Messi above Ronaldo in a lot more people's eyes. They don't already, you know, winning the World Cup with Argentina.
You guys know Argentinians have gone crazy in this World Cup. Have you heard of it?
In what way?
The most fans that have gone to the World Cup are Argentinian fans.
Oh, okay.
They are the fans that have been spending the most money for, like whatever, hotels, flats, whatever, VIP passes for games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are we sure it's not just the Qatars dressed up? Have you seen that?
Yeah. All of
They
the fake fans. Yeah.
fake fans,
How
to hype
bad
up
is
the
that?
team. Yeah.
No, but apparently this one is true. At least this one.
Yeah. I can see it.
Messi, the cards, like the collector cards for this World Cup, Messi in Argentina are being sold for more than 1,000 euros.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
New cards,
this
like
Argentina team, the more you look at it, I think the more sort of confidence it instills in me that they're going to go quite far. It's a very strong team, isn't it?
And if this is true, they're probably going to have the biggest audience, and let's say, like people behind it motivating the team.
Yeah.
So they have a really good chance, I'd say. Apart from the team,
we're looking at the likes of Lionel Messi, Lautaro Martinez, Dybala, Di Maria, Julian Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, Romero in defence, Alexis McAllister, Leandro Paredes, Nicolas Otamendi brings a bit of experience, Lisandro Martinez from Man United, Juan Foyth, Emiliano Martinez in goal. It's a solid team, and I think a team that most nations should be quite scared of, to be honest. So
it's a violent defence as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Romero and Martinez. Yes, very Argentine, isn't it?
Martinez has done well in the Premier League as well, right?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch most games. Now, the thing about this World Cup is, if you've looked at as a European, the kickoff times are around 11 a.m. Sorry, for Cento in Spain. So there'll be 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. And for me and Sam, it'll be 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. So it's pretty much a full-time job watching the football if you're going to try and catch most games at the start. But yeah, I'm putting Argentina up there, one of the strongest teams.
Me too. Top five.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on to Australia, shall we? So the Australia home kit and away kit, the yellow and the black. What are we thinking?
I mean, they've gone a bit classic with their home kit. They've just gone.
It's a lovely shade of yellow, though, isn't it? It's a nice, warming yellow.
It is. And in contrast with the green, I think it's really nice.
Yeah,
really nice.
Yeah, and I mean, on the pixels, you've done a pretty decent job at putting the detail in there. To be fair,
getting the white, the lighter shades. Yeah.
I think that's the reason I like it so much, because all the detail that you put into it, mate.
Yeah. And if you look at the away kit, it's reminding me heavily of obviously the Tottenham third kit that looks like a wetsuit.
Yeah, but also it reminds me a bit of rugby / Aussie rules football kit.
I don't mind it, I'm not against this template that is quite, common at the moment in all the kits, but I'm not against it. I think it looks quite clean. Obviously, it's not going to be in the top sort of few kits, but yeah. So what score are we going to go with, Cento, for the home kit for Australia?
I really enjoy this one, although it wouldn't be one of my top ones. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah. Sam?
I'm giving it a 6.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 6. Well, for the home kit, I'm going to go with a 6. Yeah. And for the away kit,
I was debating on the 6, definitely. And the away kit, I'm not a big fan of for some reason, to be honest. So I'll go with a 4. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one.
Sam?
I'm with Cento. A bit peculiar, so I'm going with a 5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 4, I think. Okay, so just quickly to discuss Australia. Obviously, we won't be able to go into every team into as much depth because we're on a little bit of a timer this evening. Aaron Moy, probably one of the most popular players in the squad for them. He obviously used to play in the Premier League for Brighton and for Huddersfield.
Yeah. Did well.
Yeah. I'm not expecting too much from Australia. They always bring a nice attitude, don't they? And the fans are quite good. But also, we don't know how many fans are going to be coming to this World Cup, so it's going to be hard to say.
They got a tough group as well, to be fair, haven't they? They got France, Denmark.
Yeah, very true.
It's going to
What
be
do you
hard.
guys reckon? It's the group of death this year.
I think your group, Sento.
Yeah,
Is it
100%. Group E.
Yeah.
I think for me, there's two. For me, it would be Group E and Group H. I think H is pretty tough too, with Portugal, Uruguay, and South Korea.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a lot of groups that look tough. I think even the England group could throw three surprises in there. But yeah,
that was very interesting though because of the rivalry.
Yeah. Should we get up the Belgium kits? Move on to Belgium, shall we?
Belgium.
So they've got a nice red home kit and a quite a flamboyant white with many different colours away kit. So what are we saying about these kits?
Well,
I'm a big fan of this away kit. It's in collaboration with the music festival Tomorrowland. So
I was gonna say exactly that.
It's fantastic away kit.
Yeah, that's another of my favorite kits
Yeah.
that you've done. Definitely, those colors on the badge and the sides is just beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is nice. I mean,
home kit is really nice too, though.
With the flames up the sleeves, yeah.
It's the crisp white with the little detail on the side. I'm not sure what is that anything to do with Pride? Is that anything?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think most music festivals are just about whatever, aren't they? So
yeah.
It's probably
But I like the collaboration there. The home kit, bit basic. Flames.
I still like it. I quite like the colours.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Because it's like an orangey kind of red, isn't it? That they use.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice. Yeah. So what are we saying, Sento, for the home kit then?
Home kit I like, but still not one of my top ones. So I'll go with a 6 this time.
Sam?
For my home kit.
Spot on the money. I'm going with a 6 for the home kit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to go with the 6 as well. Yeah, so let's have another look at the flames up the sleeves. What about the away kit, Sento?
For me, like I said, this is one of my favorites, definitely. And for me, this is definitely on par with the Argentina away kit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it the same.
A 9.
A 9.
Yeah, Sam.
I'm gonna go with a 7.
7.
I like it. I like the collaboration. I like the colours. But yeah, it doesn't strike me. It doesn't strike me.
I think I'm going to go with a. Part of me wants to go with a 10. I think I might go with a 10 because it's so. I've not seen anything like it. So.
Wow.
I'm going with a 10 for that one.
Our first 10. I don't think I'm going to give it 10. I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Yeah. And what do we think about Belgium as a team now? So we're probably saying this is their golden generation's last chance. The likes of Lukaku, De Bruyne, Hazard. Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Courtois, perhaps.
Courtois,
Dries Mertens, yeah. Quite a lot of players that is, it's going to be their last chance, and they're a very good team. I should imagine they've got a really good chemistry about them as well because they've played a lot of games together, and probably their fourth or third tournament that they've travelled a lot of them together, and they've got quite a. I mean, Croatia are going to be tough. They're in a group with Morocco and Canada. I fancy Morocco to cause an upset, perhaps, but that's only because Hakim Ziyech scored a goal from the halfway line yesterday. I don't know if you saw that, but we'll come on to that when we discuss Morocco.
I think they're in the top 5.
Yeah,
they're semi-finalists.
I think they could do well, Belgium.
I think they could do well, but for some reason they don't give me a lot of confidence, at least for winning the World Cup.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, they've got a strong squad, but I don't feel like it's their year.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's their World Cup.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I get the same feeling. I feel like they might get to another semi-final or something, and like last time, I think they got beat by France 1-0. I actually watched that in the fan zone in Porto.
I think Belgium still has another good World Cup
in them
until their golden generation dies out, I'd say. Because, I mean, a lot of players like Lukaku or Eden Hazard and all that will probably be out. But there's a lot of other players like Torgan Hazard, which is the brother.
Yeah.
It would be like
Which he's now
one
seemed
more-
to have transitioned into a left back, I think, which is strange because I think last time I saw him playing, it was as a midfielder. But anyway, maybe it's time to move on to Brazil.
Again, you've got another classic shirt, right?
Yeah, the colourway, the colour palette.
That's their shirt.
Both home and away, to be honest. The blue as well, the blue, you know.
They've gone a bit out there.
For some reason this year, I don't like it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not big fan of Brazil's kits this year. There's something I'm not sure if it's the shade of yellow.
yeah,
But-
I know what you're saying there. I know. I
Yeah,
do know
right?
what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a very bright
Yeah.
yellow this year, isn't it?
It's just does I don't know. I'm not sure I like it.
Yeah.
That much. I'm not saying I dislike it either. But
I do agree. It's not the iconic yellow, is it?
yeah, it's not.
But
A slightly
it's still-
warmer yellow, perhaps.
but it's still so recognizable, right?
Yeah.
You can see
yeah.
you can see Neymar. You can see some 5-star skillers in that squad, in that kit.
Oh yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely.
You're gonna see a
Definitely
Robbo.
one of my favorites, if not the favorite this year.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the away kit?
Not a fan. Not a fan
Yeah.
of the away kit.
No, it's got. You can't see it in the pixels, obviously, but in real life, it's actually like leopard print up the arms.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's trying to do the same thing as Belgium, right? You try and keep the shirt simple, but then try to go adventurous on the arms, and I don't see the point. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the arms.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this one either.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Senso, what are we saying for the home kit? Out of 10.
Home kit. I'm not a big fan, like I said, and just because it's an iconic kit, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Sam?
Home kit, I'm going to give an 8.
Oh,
Okay. And I think I'm going to give it a 5. Away kit, Senso?
a 5. Jesus, even lower than me. Away kit, wow, yeah, not big fan. A 4. I'm gonna give it a 4. I was even debating of giving it a 3, but I'll pull it up to a 4. You know, I'll pull it up to a 4 just because it's Brazil, and I think
Sam?
there's worse kit.
I'm
Sam?
going to give it a 4. I'm giving it a 4 too. I don't like the arms.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a
Doesn't
4 as
stand
well. It's not my cup of tea at all.
No.
But Brazil as a squad, very in contradiction to their kits, are frightening. Well, actually,
They are very
frighteningly,
frightening.
frighteningly good.
And to be
Yeah.
honest, I think that's what's influenced me.
They're
I
stacked.
can see them in that yellowed shirt and
Yeah, I know what you
doing
mean.
some wonderful things.
If you look at the squad, goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, forwards, they are stacked in every department pretty much,
Yeah.
except fullbacks. I mean, they've got Alex Telles and Alexandro, but Eder Militao and whatever. But I don't know if they're that stacked in terms of fullbacks. But in a group with Serbia, Switzerland, and
Emerson
Cameroon,
Royale, mate.
you've got to fancy Brazil to get out of this group, haven't you?
Oh, they're getting out of the group and they are going far.
Yeah.
They are going far. They are scoring goals and they are outplaying teams and they are loving it. I mean, they're used to hot weather. They're enjoying football. What more can you say? I'm scared.
Sensei? What do you reckon, Sensei?
I mean, what a team!
Yeah.
What is there to say? I mean, I
Neymar-
think they will be in the final this year.
Yeah.
The
No, I
interesting
agree.
thing is the Argentina team. Well, yeah, the Argentine team are unbeaten in around 35 games, but in South America, the sort of media still fancy Brazil to sort of perhaps go all the way. I think it's the attack. I mean,
It's the depth of their
yeah, it's
team.
the
And they've got two keepers who are world class.
The
And you can
midfield.
play 5 up front.
And betting sides
Guimaraes,
too, like-
Casemiro, Lucas Paqueta. Oh, it's beautiful. beautiful. So much energy in the team.
Neymar, Jesus, Richarlison.
Yeah. But I just don't know. Defensively, if you look at, I mean, you've got a 38-year-old Thiago Silva, Marquinhos. I think I fancy Argentina defensively over Brazil.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Thiago Silva's been Chelsea's
He's
best
been
player
class.
this season.
Other than Reece James.
Yeah. He's still performing at the highest level.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, maybe we should move on to Cameroon. A green home kit, and a yellow away kit.
This is the one I was reserving one of my lowest rates for.
Oh.
Yeah. Now,
I'm sorry.
I
mean the home kit, not the away kit. I'm actually quite a fan of the away kit.
I really struggled to find the Cameroon kit. If you look at the little sort of snippet photo we've got on our sort of informative packet as well, it is the same kit as the one pictured. But for some reason, I feel like they've gone with a really sort of unknown brand, and they've only just sort of released a kit, days before the World Cup. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But we'll go with these kits anyway. And yet they're pretty much inverted versions of each other, the yellow and the green. So, Sento, what are you saying for the home kit?
Not a big fan. Not a big fan at all in real life, and not a big fan at all in pixelated form. Yeah. I can't say more. If you want my score, I'll go on and say already.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 1.
Oh,
One.
Mate.
Yeah.
Sam?
Mate, I'm giving it a 5.
Oh.
I've seen the Pixel kit. I mean, I can see Cameroon players playing it. It reminds me of.
Oh yeah, I can see them playing it, but I don't like it.
But I think it suits them. I think it works well. Home and away.
I like
green
the second
and yellow.
kit way more though.
I'm going with a 3. A 3.
Oh,
I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's the one in the middle. He meets us in the middle.
And for the away kit, Sento?
For the away kit, I like the pixelated form, but I like even more the real life one. Have you even seen the details? Like there's like some sort of lines. I don't know how to describe it. Like shiny gold on the t-shirt. It's very nice. For this one, I'm gonna go with a 7.
Okay. 7.
I'm going 5. 5 and 5.
I'll go 5 for the away kit. Yeah. And Cameroon as a team, I mean, they haven't got stars like Samuel Eto'o anymore, but they are quite a good outfit. They're just in quite a difficult group with Brazil.
They're in a very difficult group.
And Switzerland and Serbia. For them, I think they're going to be fighting for that second place.
But if they get through to the knockouts, I mean, that's going to be elation, right?
Yeah. They'll have a great team spirit, as they always do. Yeah, and they've got Eric Maxime Choupo-Moting up front from Bayern Munich.
Nice.
So they'll be hoping he can do something.
All right team. I mean, it's definitely not one of the strong teams in this World Cup. But it's a decent team,
Yeah. So I don't really fancy them going that far. I mean, I don't know if that's a shock to you, but I'm not sure Cameroon will be getting out of the group.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly.
I mean, Switzerland have quite a good team. Switzerland lost in a friendly to Ghana the other day, but Switzerland famously knocked France out of the Euros. So Switzerland aren't a bad team, are they? So
I think Switzerland it's a team that it's always underrated. I'm not saying it's Belgium or England or that kind of thing, but they definitely have a way better team than what people tend to think.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll move on to Canada, and we'll get up the Canadian kits. They've got quite basic kits, if I may say so myself. A white and a red. The red being the home kit. These are quite easy to rank, aren't they? I mean, there's nothing too much going on with these ones. It's just an inversion of each other again. So, Sento, we'll jump straight in with your score for the home kit, the red one.
For me, it's going to be actually 5 and 5.
5 and 5. Okay,
Yeah.
Sam?
I'm going 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Just
yeah,
boring.
I'm going to go with 2-2. I think it's just
Wow.
come on. Canada. This is Canada's second World Cup ever. And this is what you give them.
I mean, they're not. I mean, I appreciate their flag is red and white.
Do you know what? I really do like their badge with the maple leaf and the football and stuff.
Yeah, but
that's why I'm giving it a 5 because of the badge. I think I really like how the badge works, but it's just plain. That's the thing. It's just very plain, both of them. Just an inversion of colors. The badge gives it that little touch that I like, but just 5 and 5. That's why.
Yeah, just plain and simple.
Mm.
Are they getting out of their
No,
group?
Belgium, Croatia, Morocco. No, I don't think they're going to be getting out of their group.
That's rough.
And our little friend Paul won't be happy with that. But there you go, Paul.
It's unfortunate, but at least you got 3 games in the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe we can move on from Canada. Alphonso Davies obviously will be probably their star man for the World Cup. Obviously, Jonathan David, the attacking player from Lille. Eyes will be on him. I think there's rumours around him getting a transfer to the Premier League, so we'll have to wait and see.
Any team mentioned?
Manchester United, I think we're interested.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, Costa Rica next, which is Spain's opening game, I believe. Their home kit is the red one, and the away kit is the white one. So, what do we think about these 2 kits?
You know, the first kit, the red one, not big fan of. I don't think it's bad, but
I'm not a fan of it.
I think the reason I'm not big fan of these ones is because there's too many red kits. There's just too many red kits.
There's a lot of red kits in this World Cup. A lot of red and white kits in this World Cup.
Yeah.
Specifically red.
Yeah. But the second kit, I think it has something. I don't know what it is. I think might be the little blue on the sleeves, but there's that simplicity. I like it. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm saying I see no difference between these and the Canada kits, apart from the little blue on the arms. I don't see the point in it. Again, I mean, it's simple. It's weird.
That gives it that little something, that blue on the white one at least.
I do agree, but
yeah, I'm not a fan of the red. I'm not a fan of the look of the material either, to be honest. On the real kit, on the Pixel kit, it's just a bit basic again, isn't it? So Senso, what we're gonna go with for the home and the away kit, Senso, for that? Costa Rica.
Same as Canada. I'm gonna give it a 5, and for the away, I like it a bit more. Gonna give it a 6.
I'm giving it a 4 and 4. At least they've done something more than Canada.
I'm going to give the home kit a 3 and the away kit a 5.
Basically, raised it by 1.
Yeah.
the Canada.
Yeah, because they tried a little bit. They tried a little bit harder than Canada. So.
Yeah. Well, Costa Rica find themselves in the group of death with Spain, Japan, and Germany. Well, a group of death, shall we say? And Joel Campbell, Arsenal fans will be glad to hear, is going. Joel Campbell plays in Mexico, I think, now, and he is going to the World Cup with Costa Rica, as is Brian Ruiz. Yeah, so I'm not sure I fancy Costa Rica to make any sort of ripples.
They've got
Keylor Navas in goal, obviously, but yeah, against Spain. I mean, Sento, they're your first opponent, so are you fancying Spain to get off to a winning start?
This should be a win because if you
do you want Spain to win, or do you not care about Spain? Yeah, like the football team. Because
no, I want Spain to win.
What if Pedri scored? If Pedri scored, would you be happy for Pedri?
I'd be happy.
Yeah, okay.
I'd be happy.
I was just making sure.
Why? I mean, I like Pedri.
Sometimes your hatred for Barcelona as a club. Sometimes
Barcelona. I don't like Barcelona, but Pedri is a really good player. I don't deny it. I'm not a big fan of Gavi. I don't know. I think it's a bit overrated compared to Pedri. I don't know.
Okay, then. Well, the next team after Costa Rica is Croatia. Now, a couple of beauties here, lads.
They are gorgeous.
Absolute beauties. The home kit. I love the way that there's a certain amount of white and red. And if I was to buy kits in real life, like I think I said, the Argentine one would be in the handful. both of these would make it into my handful.
I
The away
completely
kit is amazing. Apparently, it's influenced by the color of the Adriatic Sea and the way it ebbs and flows. And if you actually look at the real kit, it's sort of like a graphic where it's all called contorted or whatever. I went to Croatia in 2017 and swam in the Adriatic Sea, and I can confirm it is as blue as those little blue squares on the kit.
You want to swim in that kit as well, don't you?
Beautiful.
You want that kit.
Oh,
You want
beautiful.
that kit stuck to your
Yes.
skin. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not as a fan of the away kit as I am the home kit, but
Yeah.
Really?
after you told me that story, it's tickled me a bit more. But the home kit, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You like a bit of Luka Would you like a bit of Luka Modric, number 10 on one of those? Oh, that'd
It's
be lovely, wouldn't it?
gorgeous. A little bit of Ivan Perisic. Maybe.
Yeah.
They both work so well in pixelated form too, right?
Yes.
You've done well with that shade of red as well.
Yes.
Sento, what are we going to go with for the home and away
I
kit?
mean, beautiful t-shirts in real life, and they work perfectly well in pixelated form. The away kit, it was already one of my favorites, even more than the home kit. And with that little story that I didn't know, now like you, I like it even more. But still not as much as the Argentinian away kit or the Belgium away. For the first kit, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah.
And for the second kit, I like it a lot, but not as much as I said. So an 8. Yeah.
Well, I thought I was being tough with my scoring today. I'm going Croatia home kit 10.
Wow.
That is the first 10 out of 10 for me. It's just I can't fault it.
Lovely.
It's iconic. You can see it a mile away and you know it's Croatia.
Yeah.
You can see him performing in it. The away kit, I didn't know that story about the sea. So you're giving it a bonus point, but I'm going 8.
Okay. And for me, the home kit, I think, is going to get a 10 as well. I'm not going to restrain myself. And the away kit, and a solid 9 for the away kit.
I was trying to restrain a little bit myself, but I won't raise it a lot. I want to raise 1. And it's the home kit to 8 too.
Oh, I mean, if you can see the little link we've got of that is a picture of Luka Modric wearing the away kit, and it is just a piece of art, isn't it?
It is.
Beautiful.
Raise my score of the home kit to 8.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I just wanted to give it that little extra, but the home kit, like you say, is also very good.
But I also like.
I'm giving no 10s, like I said. I'm gonna give no 10s, probably.
So on the away kit, I'm assuming it does it on the home kit as well. But do they have the number on the front and the game they're playing on all of it? On all of their game, nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. They've done well. They have done well there, and they're a good squad.
And for the first time in Croatia's history, they're entering a World Cup where if they want to better their score for the last one, they're only going to have to go and win the whole bloody thing. So,
yeah. It is a great squad, as you said, Ham, but Croatia is definitely gonna. This is the last World Cup of its golden era. I mean, Modric is already very old. I mean, all of them are old,
And we fancy them to make it out of the group, don't we?
All of them were before, like Mandukic, and all of them already retired, innit?
And fun fact. There's only one player in their last starting 11 against Saudi Arabia that didn't end in ick or itch.
Wow.
Didn't end in a C.
Yeah. So when we look at the squad, though, you're looking at names like Vida, Dejan Lovren, Josko Gvardiol, Luka Modric, Mateo Kovacic, Brozovic, Pasalic, Vlasic, Sukic, Ivan Perisic, Kramaric, Orsic. It's a great team, and I am so excited to see them run around in that home kit.
Yeah.
I must say.
Yeah, I agree. They're a decent squad, and they proved it last World Cup.
More than decent, I'd say.
Yeah,
they're a top squad.
They broke our hearts, didn't they?
They did break our hearts.
Yeah,
they outplayed us.
I watched it in a fan zone in Porto, and there were of other England fans there, and there were tears. It is. I think it's because we got our hopes up so much, with the Trippier free kick. Anyway, Denmark.
Yeah.
An all
Denmark,
red and an all white.
and
No.
I mean, to be fair to them though, it is in protest.
Yes, it is. Not to distract away from the football, they want to give a lot of plaudits. Well, not plaudits, attention to the ongoing humanitarian issues in Qatar.
But here we're judging the design in it, and the design
we'll
is.
just. Actually, no. We could. That is part of the design. I want to say it's part of the design. If they chose to do that for that reason, we're going to have to consider it.
To be honest, yeah, it is the same way the C's are part of the Croatian second kit.
So what we're going to go with, Sensei? Fire away.
Because of that, I'm going to go with the same trend as Canada. 5-5. Because nothing special, but in form of protest, which I do agree, and there should be even more.
Sam?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give them more out of just respect. To be fair, I mean, again, I hated Canada and I hated Costa Rica, but they've done this intentionally to an extent. So 6 and 6.
Yeah, the thing is that my 5 is just for the intention because I'm not even judging the style. I mean, it's just plain.
I think I'm going to go with a 6 and a 6 as well.
Yeah. So the 5 is just for that, obviously.
And what are we saying about Denmark as a team?
I mean,
Ericsson making a return.
They're going to perform, I think.
Ericsson
making a return is fascinating, to be fair.
Yeah.
The guy technically died on a pitch.
And he's come back
alive, returns to top flight football, and gets called up to a World Cup. Respect.
Yeah. They've got a good team, Denmark. Kasper Schmeichel in goal, Andreas Christensen, Simon Kjær, Joachim Andersen. As the defenders, Joachim Meiler. They've got some Daniel Vass. Sento and all about Daniel Vass.
Yeah.
Christian Eriksen, Højbjerg, Norgard, Braithwaite, Damsgaard, Dolberg.
They're certainly getting through. They're certainly getting through, but I feel like they're going to be humbled by France in the group stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good game, though. I'm looking forward to the France game and the Australia game, but they kick off against Tunisia.
Yeah.
For me, Denmark is it's like Switzerland. It's the team you never think about, but they always have a better team than what you think. Still, obviously, still not on par of France and all that, obviously, but it's a very decent team.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, then. Well, let's move on to the next team, which is Ecuador. Now, Ecuador always go with their famous yellow.
Yeah. And I like it.
A navy away kit. A navy away kit with a bit of a pattern going on in the background with shades of
blue. The yellow is the yellow on the flag, right? I think.
So,
yeah. And the pattern on the blue kit, if you looked at the real one, I think it's a sort of a not an Aztec because that's Mexican, isn't it? But sort of a pattern that would go along with some sort of tribal pattern.
Is that where Machu Picchu is? Where's Machu Picchu?
No, that I believe is in Mexico. Is it not Machu Picchu?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
it's okay. Sensei, what do you fancy giving this Ecuador home kit?
Ecuador. I think I've always enjoyed their kits, their first kits. For some reason, for me, they've always been quite iconic. I don't know why, but in my mind, they are, and I like this one. Although I think it's just all right-ish. So I'll go with a 6.
Yeah, and the away kit.
The away kit, I think. I'm gonna go with a 6, although the real life pattern of the away kit, I really do enjoy myself.
Yeah.
But I think pixelated form, I like more others.
It's limited.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's limited. It is limited.
I'm gonna go with a double 7, 7 and 7. It's classic colours on the yellow.
Yeah.
I enjoy the yellow kit. I mean, that's what Brazil was missing. That yellow, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the
Yeah,
yellow
yeah.
that Brazil was missing. Definitely.
Yeah, and their away kit is nice. It is nice. It's strong as well. So 7-7.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what score am I going to give it? I think I'm going to go with a 7 for the home kit and a 6 for the away kit.
Oh.
Based on the colour, basically, the 1 point is made up for the bright yellow, which is quite nice. But they're quite a young team, Ecuador, and you could say that, they should maybe fancy themselves getting out of the group, but whether Qatar have bribed them, we don't know.
All right, keep the politics away.
Yeah,
Keep the politics
but
away.
they've also got to battle against Netherlands and Senegal. Senegal are also famously a good footballing nation, so obviously kings of Africa at the moment. But Sadio Mane isn't there, so they'll be missing him. But yeah, I mean, I've maybe fancy Ecuador to make it out of the group, but we'll have to learn. Maybe we'll find out in the first game that obviously happens on Sunday.
I mean, they drew against Iraq last week, 0-0.
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily look
doesn't bode too well. No,
but they were all over them.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But they could get out. They could get out of the group.
Yeah. Okay then. So what are we saying for the next team, which is none other than England?
Inglaterra.
Yeah.
England.
What are we saying for this home and away kit duo?
I like the home kit. I hate the away kit.
Okay.
I am sitting on the opposite side of the sea to Sento, both literally and metaphorically. I don't like the home kit, but I quite like the classic approach of the away kit.
The away kit, so it reminds us of the kit that Jay from the Inbetweeners wears in the in the film.
You're spot on.
Yeah,
you are spot on.
Which is the Italia 90 one. Italia 90, that was, yeah. So, okay then. Scores on the doors, Senso.
Eight and 5.
Whoa.
8
Yes.
and 5.
I'm going 6 and 8. Not a fan. I can see Harry Kane in the white one. I can see him banging them in.
I'm going to go 7 for the home and 8 for the away. And England, well, I think England should be quite confident. This is a team of, Iran for the first game on Monday, 1 p.m. kickoff. So, most people will be at work. Lunch hour though, so they'll be able to catch the first half.
Yeah.
I think England have got to get to a winning start, and I really think this is a chance. This is a good England team now with experience of getting to a major final. I think they can really fancy themselves for going all the way here.
Yeah, so, I agree.
If it clicks, if Harry Kane clicks, strong squad, yeah. You just don't know. Senso, what do you think as an outsider?
Well, of England, you mean?
Yeah.
England, for me, should be one of the teams that should at least be reaching the semifinals.
Okay. Interesting.
If not the final. For me, let's go with our top 5. Why not at this stage? Now that we've reached it, let's go with our top 5.
If we
Belgium for you was top 5, I wouldn't put it top 5.
What do you mean?
Top 5, and I'm not saying this in any particular order, but
okay, just top 5
teams I believe that do have the chance of winning this World Cup.
Quick fire 5. Go on in.
Yeah. Argentina.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
England.
Yeah.
Spain.
Yeah.
And France, obviously.
Okay.
I'm going to go with... There's one missing was France.
I'm going to go with England, Argentina, Brazil, France, and Did I say England? Yeah, I did say England, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I might go with an outsider, like maybe like a Uruguay or a Netherlands.
Uruguay is a good shout. I mean,
Uruguay,
Yeah.
that's
we
a good
spoke
shout,
about it.
actually. Yes.
A dogged
You know-
team, yeah.
Right.
I'd be tempted to switch France for Uruguay.
Oh
That's a
mate,
big.
settle
I don't
down.
know why.
Someone call
I
their
don't know
son.
why, but France doesn't give me the vibes that is gonna win this.
I think
for
they're
some
going to be
reason.
on a bit of a hangover, France, for some
Yeah.
reason. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm going Brazil, Argentina, England, France, and maybe Belgium.
Oh, yeah. There's a few teams that, Germany's a team we've all missed out, and they could do something. You just never know with them. But we'll move on to France, the world
let's move on
champions,
to
current
France.
world champions. Let's move on to France.
I don't like their home kit. I don't like it. I
No,
mean,
you don't?
it's plain. It's classic though.
You
It's
don't?
classic. It's
That's
the
why I
classic.
like it.
Yeah, I like their away one though. Their away one, I don't know. Their
Yes,
away
the
one
away one has a
screams-
pattern on it, and the real one as well. A nice
Yeah.
pattern on the background, like almost like a china plate or something.
Mhm.
The away one just screams more clean to me.
It's
just-
classic, isn't it?
Just
I
crisp.
do like it. I do like the away one, actually. I quite like the classiness of the home one,
Yeah,
but I think I
there's
prefer the away one.
nothing against it really, the home one,
No.
but I would prefer if they were switched round.
You know,
I don't
for
like
me,
the white one
it's
as
the
well.
opposite. I think they're quite equal, both of them, but I think I do like a bit more the home kit.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Slightly, I mean, not like a big difference.
So what are you going to give the home and away kit then, Sensei, for France?
I'm gonna
The
go
world,
with
the
6.
world champions.
6 and 6,
6 and 6.
both. Yeah, not a big fan. I don't think they're bad either. The plain one, the plain one, the first one, I think is a little bit better for me than the second one. But
Yeah.
I am going 6 and 8. I like their away one just a little bit.
6 and 8.
6 and 8. Okay. 6 and 8. I think for the home kit, I'm going to go with a 7. It's clean, and for the away kit, I'm going to go with an 8. But I think the gold badge in the middle adds to it. Obviously, it's quite
that-
it's decadent, isn't it? Look at us, world champions, bling bling or whatever,
Yeah.
bling bling.
That's what it is, right?
But it's nice, yeah. It's nice to see.
yes.
On the
Beautiful.
Pixel kits, we've got them on there. If you take a little squint at the kits, you'll see the gold badge commemorating the fact that France are world champions. And what do we think about the sort of French squad and Benzema going to a World Cup as a Ballon d'Or winner, Kylian Mbappe, Aurelien Tchouameni as a breakthrough
Little
player?
scare with Benzema on the first training, I think it was with France.
Okay. Yeah.
Apparently, was nothing.
Oh, really?
I do understand what you're saying about there could be a bit of a French hangover. You've got a Ballon d'Or winner, you've got World Cup winners from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Are they getting a bit bored? They take their foot off the pedal.
Not be very happy right now.
Yeah. But he loves playing for France, doesn't he? I think.
Yeah, he does.
I think we can't disregard France. Let's
Not
look
at
at
all.
when you look at the team again, Hugo Lloris, Lucas Fernandez,
have
Ibrahim
several
Konate, Koundé,
injuries too.
Saliba. Yeah, they had an injury
Benzema.
to
And
Nkunku.
Pogba.
And Kunku's
there
missing.
were a couple more, I think.
Yeah.
Kante's injured, is he?
Kante, yeah, and Kunku as well has dropped out.
Yeah.
Kunku, yeah.
But yeah, they're a very, very strong squad.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think I
definitely.
fancy them for going far, but I mean, it all matters on if you come top in the group or second, you end up on one side or the other side of the tournament, sort of, and you meet in the middle with the final. And I think on one side, if it all goes sort of as people expected, you're going to have like France, Argentina, and teams like that. England, Sam, might actually get lucky again and have an easy run to the final. If we manage to top our group, there's a good chance we can get the likes of Senegal and Poland in the run up to the semi-final.
Beautiful.
So it's all getting quite exciting. But we'll move on from the world champions to Germany. Now, Germany Germany rarely miss with their kits.
Yeah, I mean, Oh, they're the only one with the striping, I believe.
It's
They're the only
very
one with the
Wolfsprung Dirk technique, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it looks the scariest of the kits, I'd say.
Okay.
If kits
Yes.
if kits can look scary, I mean, you've got a team of 11 players running at you in either of those kits.
With a big column sort of
Quite
running.
imposing,
Yeah.
The big
quite
column
imposing.
down the middle.
Yeah.
There's something about the black and gold that just looks ruthless.
Yeah. Illustrious.
It's a really good combination too, right? I think
Yeah.
it works
Yeah,
really nice.
And what do we think about the away kit?
I like the away kit.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Nice pattern going on.
I don't like
Yeah.
it.
You don't like it, isn't it? Okay.
Sorry,
This is what this is all
I
about,
don't
isn't it?
like it at all.
Yeah.
I don't like it pixelated form, and I don't like it in real life form. I don't
Yeah.
like it. The kit. I don't like the kit.
Well, the thing that I find is with a lot of the other kits. I mean, they've either gone like we say, white and red. There's not that many dark kits. Like there's dark blue. There's a few dark blues, but none that are black.
Yeah.
Black and red and gold. It's a mean combo.
Yeah.
It is a mean combo, and that's
Quite
why.
creative, let's say. It's different, not creative. It's different, but
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
still
well,
not big.
Senta,
Sorry, you're
I'm
not
gonna
big.
I want to squeeze an answer out of you for the rating of the Germany home and away kit.
Okay. For the first kit, I'm gonna give it a 7. I think it's not their best kit, but I like it. And as Ham said, definitely imposing. Last year's, was it last year's? Yeah, last year's. I think. I mean, the previous kit they had before, with the horizontal lines. Was it?
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed that one more.
Yeah.
That one was a
seven for
throwback.
the first kit. Yeah, and second kit for me is failed. A 3.
Oh, May. Oh,
Sorry.
man.
Okay.
Right, first kit. I'm going with a 9. I mean, I love it. I love the approach. You got the stripe, and you got everything in the stripe.
Centralized, yeah,
and it
symmetrical almost.
Yeah, it looks. I love it. I love it.
Well, the away kit.
The away kit. I love it just as much. And like I've said, I mean the color combination is on point. It looks like they're rising from hell to me, and it just looks intimidating. So I'm going 9 again.
Wow,
Double 9.
I think I'm going to go with the home kit. I'm going to give it an 8, and I think the away kit I'm going to go with a 9. I think the away kit is a touch of class. The color, the gold, the dark red, the hints of lighter red, the black. Yeah, lovely.
I enjoy it.
Anyway, next team. Oh no, we're not going to the next team. We've got to talk about Germany as a nation first. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, Germany is a nation.
Well, we're talking about the nation of Germany.
Well, the team.
We don't want to talk about Angela Merkel.
She's gone.
Yeah, I mean, like we've all missed them out of our top 5, right? They're not in our top 5. So
Thomas Muller's last World Cup.
Yeah.
I think and it's sad.
Group
but
of death day.
So is this the first World Cup without Jurgi Löw?
Yes, it's Hansi Flick now, isn't it?
He was managing the last World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So they could push the boat.
Amazing.
Well, I think we all had the same thought about Germany. It's just not the World Cup for sure.
Yeah. It's not this one.
They have a really good team. Sorry.
I'm excited to see Havertz in a German shirt.
Sorry?
I'm excited to see Havertz in a German shirt, just because I feel like he has a lot more confidence when he plays for Germany.
He might look intimidating for once.
Yeah, well, they still have a good team, Germany. You know, they got Joshua Kimmich, Jamal Musiala. You know, they've got some solid players who can do some damage. So
they always do damage.
The thing is that they have very solid players, but most of them are very young.
Yeah.
I think it lacks experience for me in a lot of places right now.
But then they could be the Arsenal of the World Cup. A young squad that just win.
Yeah, you don't know. The Germans have got a knack, and they like penalties. Like they just somehow
Yeah.
it's so good.
Actually,
Taking on the nerves of steel, haven't they?
we could actually say the same thing for Spain, but I don't know why Spain gives me a more solid feeling. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe because the last two games we played against Germany, we won like 5-1 and 3-0. I think that's giving me confidence, but it shouldn't at the same time. I feel, I don't know, I feel I'm too confident that I shouldn't.
Well, the next nation on our list and PixelKits is Ghana. So the white home one, sorry, and the red away one with the Puma box, and the Puma template with that box, which the number will sit inside, I'm guessing, is shared by likes of Serbia, Switzerland as well. So
Uruguay.
Yeah, Uruguay as well. Yeah, there's a few teams with the boxes.
Yeah. Not a fan of the away kit. I mean,
No?
what's a no? I mean, it's not
You know what? It reminds me, that box with the number in
NFL.
Teletubbies.
a calendar. No, a fucking calendar. Like you're wearing a calendar on the shirts. Yeah.
What, an advent calendar?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, what I'm going to say about it is, I mean, we're not talking about the home kit, but talking about the away kit. I mean, it's not the country's away kit, is it? It's Puma's.
Yeah.
Puma have imposed their style.
It's like the Puma kits last year that had the Valencia away kit sensor with just Valencia on it or whatever. Rubbish.
And the Manchester City, I think Inter Milan too, or was it AC? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's loads, wasn't there? Man City as well. Yeah, Dortmund. Yeah. So what are we going to rate these? What are we going to rate these ones?
Oh, the rate. Well, the first one, I like it. I like the colors. I know it's plain and simple because it's just plain white, but the flag on the sleeves and also the flag on the badge. I like it. I don't know. I think it really has something else than, for example, France or similar, or the Costa Rica one, like similar ones. So for the first one, I'm going to go with a 7. I don't know why, but I like this one.
Yeah.
Second kit, I hate. That looks like a fucking calendar, mate. I'm giving it a 3. Change that to 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sam?
I mean, I quite like their home kit. I mean, I guess it's kind of like Belgium to an extent, but this is Cameroon through and through. It's no collaboration, right?
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it, so I'm going to give the home kit a 7. The away kit, I mean, like I've said, I mean, it's not Ghana's away kit. It's Puma trying to steal the show a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm going 1.
Basically.
1.
Okay. For the home kit, I think I'm going to go with a solid 6. And for the away kit, I'm going to be a little kinder. I think I'm going to go with a 5. I think there's something about the boxes that I quite like. I don't know if it's on pixels. Boxes look good when they're pixelated.
Oh yeah,
but with a number inside it, it could look a lot better.
Yes, definitely. Pixelated. For me, pixelated looks way better than the real life T-shirt.
Okay, yeah.
The real life, the grade I gave you actually is a bit of a cheat because I was thinking more on the real life T-shirt than the actual pixelated one.
Yeah.
If I think about the pixelated, maybe instead of a 2, it would be more on the 3-4 scale, maybe 5, like you said. But real one is just atrocious, man. I don't like it too.
Yeah, I mean, I've only just got over the style of having the logo and the in the middle of the kit.
Yeah,
as a small one.
Yeah,
let alone as an exaggerated massive one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the Ghana team. It's the one I did expect to see in there because I guess I didn't clock that he'd not changed his nationality but opted to play for Ghana instead of England was Tariq Lamptey from Brighton. So Tariq Lamptey from Brighton is going to be going there.
Nice. Yeah, he might have a decent World Cup.
Yeah, Thomas Partey is going to be playing. Ghana also beat, as we said earlier, I think it was... Was it Switzerland? Was it? I think it was. Switzerland in a friendly. Ghana beat Switzerland in a friendly the other day, 2-0, I think. So, yeah, they're looking all right, Ghana.
I mean, they have. I think for me, they have a pretty decent team. Joseph,
I think their group is tough. I mean, this is a tough group. You know, Portugal, Ghana, South Korea, and Uruguay. That's a tough group.
That's the other group I was talking before. That for me is like the other group of death. It's like for me, it's between those.
Yeah, you've got South Korea, you've got Heung-min Son in there, and Asian Cup. They're superstars. South Korean national team. Uruguay, very, very, very strong squad, and Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, they all want to get through. All of them. Ghana are going to have a tough time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, two more nations to go through, because we're going to do half now. This will be part 1 of the video, and we'll do another part 2. Perhaps early next week we'll record that one, so that will come out during the start of the World Cup. But yeah, just to keep things rolling. Iran is the next team. So in England's group with Wales and USA, a pretty much inverted kit, home and away.
Exactly that. It's pretty much just a flip, isn't it?
Yeah.
White and red again.
And pixelated form looks for me way better than the real one.
Yeah.
Because real one for me is just like a cheap color rendering, like I don't know, like something done in paint for some reason. Don't like it.
The green looks like the Northern Light. The green smudge looks like the Northern Lights or something.
And the green smudge.
But yeah, so two pretty they're not basic kits, but it's quite easy to see what's going on. You've got flashes of white and green going on all over the shop. A lighter shade of red. But Sensei, what are you going to go with the home and away scores for these?
For me, because again, it's inverted. Actually, I don't know. I not a big fan in real life. Pixelated form, I'll give it. If this was real life kits, I'd give it a 2, both. But pixelated form, I like it more. I'm gonna go with a 4 for both, just because it's just the same kit.
Yeah. So Pixels have actually given it a little bit of nutrition there. Nice.
Yes. There's definitely for me with the other Pixels. I've talked to this with you a couple of times with La Liga and Premier League and Bundesliga kits that you've done and all that.
Yeah.
There's kits that I do prefer way more in pixelated form than in real life. They look way better for I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, even though it's more limited, obviously, because it's like a 16-bit form of it. But
yeah, I'm going. I mean, they've both got to have exactly the same score because they're, like we say, completely the same, just inverted. I'm going 3 and 3. There's nothing there for me. Nothing there.
I think I'm going to go with a 2 and a 2.
Very low score.
Okay, so Iran as a team, I mean, they
absolutely battered.
I hope they get battered. I hope they get battered, but I think they've actually played quite well in the run-up to this tournament.
They're not getting a single point. USA, well, maybe against USA. I mean,
I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to not bring politics into this one because you've got the likes of USA playing Iran and England playing Iran. So it's a bit of a grit your teeth and let's smash them, lads. But
politics aside, for me as a team, Iran, I don't know. Like there's smaller quote unquote teams, like quote unquote smaller teams like Cameroon and stuff like that for me have a way more solid team than Iran. Iran for me is actually a surprise that it got into.
But they're also
Ghana has a way more interesting.
Yeah, but they're also more football orientated nations. Iran's like, how did you even get here?
Yeah, who have they beaten?
Lost.
I mean, I'm not going to research it now, but I mean, they must have. I mean, they've got Ali Reza's Jahan Bask, who used to play for Brighton and scored an overhead kick against Chelsea. I've got a photograph of Ali Reza's Jahan Bask actually. I met him after that game.
Right now.
Yeah, you won't notice many names in there, but I think
Goggles from Brentford.
I just think they got to the World Cup because the teams that they sort of got lumped with, they qualify against the likes of Syria. They play Lebanon, United Arab Emirates. That's how they qualified.
Yeah.
Cambodia, Bahrain, Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So they've
Okay.
not had a challenge.
Well,
Although they did beat Uruguay in September, 1-0.
did it? Jesus.
Yeah. Okay, then. Well, we'll move on to the final nation for this half of our going through the pixel kits and just quickly discussing the nation's hopes and dreams. Japan. Japan is the next one. Now, there's
Isn't
quite. Sorry.
Isn't this the last kit we're reviewing this episode?
Yeah. Well, we're on a bit of time this evening, so this will be the last one. It's exactly halfway through. This is number 16. So it's quite a good time to leave after this one, I guess. But Japan is the last nation.
Not a massive fan of their kit.
No?
No, it's not anything special to me.
Well, you're talking about the first kit, right?
I'm talking about both of them.
Oh, for me, second kit I like. I like this. I really like the second kit. First kit I don't. In real life and pixelated, actually pixelated, I think it looks again better than real life. Well, I don't like that. I know. I'm not a big fan of the real life like geometrical shapes.
Origami. Looks like origami, mate.
Yeah, origami. Yeah, it's actually it's probably actually based on origami.
Do you like it more now? Do you like it more now?
I mean,
I on the away kit. I mean, I again think, what's the deal with the arms again? Why are we just
Origami arms?
Yeah, origami arms. And then the home kit, there's a little too much going on.
Yeah,
it's very hard to detail.
They could have made it a bit fainter, I think, couldn't they?
Yeah, it's very hard to detail in pixel kits as well.
Yeah. This was one of the tough ones. Yeah.
I can imagine. But a lot going on, and I guess the white and black on the away kit stands out quite nicely. But what's the blue about? Where's blue come into play? It's got no attribution to their flag, does it?
Well, it's the sea, I think, isn't it? They're an island nation, so I'm guessing they've got quite a big relationship with the sea. Do you remember that artwork, the Hokusai wave, the old wave? It was on the front cover of that Michael Morpurgo book.
So are we, mate.
it would make more sense
got white and red
for the blue to be the second one, at least for
the old rising sun, isn't it? Just Japanese flag.
Yeah.
Okay, ratings, Sento, please.
First kit, don't like it. 3 actually. Pull it down to 3. Second kit, like it way more. Gonna put it up to a 6. Still not a big fan, but like it more.
Sam?
I'm giving it a 5 and 5. Both in the same boat. Slap bang in the middle.
I'm going to go with a 7 and a 7.
Nice.
Quite like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, do you think we should quickly tally up the scores on the doors at this point?
Well,
do you think we should leave it?
Japan? Do you want to talk about Japan quickly? How well are they getting out of their group? Germany and Spain?
Could be.
No. Well, they're a very patriotic team, aren't they?
Well, I mean, they're going to die on the pitch, sort of thing. That's how patriotic.
And then they always clean up the changing rooms afterwards as well.
Yeah. Samurai warriors is what they cut themselves.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they'll give it their best. But the beauty of the World Cup is they should win against Costa Rica. And if they sneak a little result against Germany, their first game, and beat Costa Rica, they're through.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
And
You know, if
Japan
Germany,
are the sort of team that are going to run their little legs off, aren't they?
yeah, that's what I mean. If Germany aren't on their game in their first game against Japan, Japan could snatch a sneaky result there.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah. Well, that concludes this half of the review on PixelKits and a little bit of discussion about each team. We've got another load of nations coming up in the next episode, which will be early next week. The likes of Mexico, Morocco, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Serbia, South Korea, Spain, Sento's beloved Spain, Uruguay, Switzerland, USA, Wales. Loads more kits. And
There's some nice ones as well
I've
coming up.
sat in front of a load of numbers that we've just rated all these kits, and I think we'll save that for the next episode when we've done the lot. I think I'm going to have to do a bit of sitting down, a bit of mental arithmetic, while Sento and Sam probably talk us through maybe a game that they watched of the World Cup, as we will probably record the episode, like I said, early next week, as it is the weekend tomorrow, and we have busy things to do. Well, thanks all for listening. It's a Friday evening, 2 days before the World Cup. Any words about the World Cup, lads? You know, any excitement?
I actually want to point out something quite important. Go check out our Twitter tournament, because we're going to be doing a special World Cup tournament where we're going to give away some things. And probably by the time this episode is out, that should be already on Twitter.
Yeah. And as we said earlier in the episode as well, don't forget to follow not only Pixel Players NFT, because we've got all the World Cup pixelated stuff, content coming your way, but at Pixel Kits NFT, at Fenover NFT, at Ratplanet _ and at Skipper NFT.
World Cup fever's heating up.
World Cup fever's heating up. All 64 Pixel Kits available, unless they've been bought without me knowing. Link will be in the description. On Twitter, all over Twitter for the next 3 weeks, so you can't miss it really. And I guess we'll see you again next time.
Yeah, let us know what you think of our ratings as well.
Yeah, and please enjoy the start of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Don't be harsh with us.
When you think about the fact it's been 4 years, and you know what were you doing 4 years ago, you start to realise how special World Cups are, and they rarely come around. You know? 4 years is a very long time.
And if you ever think, 4 years ago you were in a much more better position than you are now, and you're feeling a little depressed, just remember you're not Dele Alli.
Yeah, you're not Dele Alli. He's in Besiktas.
Right, cheers, boys.
Yeah.
See you.
Zeno, what do you call a fly with no wings?
A fuck.
What?
What do you call a fly with no wings?
Oh, I don't know.
A walk. A walk. Walk. What? Why does that sound fucking weird? How do you say
Christopher
walk?
Walken?
How do you say walk? How do you say walk? Walk.
Walk. Christopher Walken. You're saying it like...
Zeno, what do you call a deer with 3 legs? Fuck.
Deer.
No, fuck.
And not another one called fuck, mate.
Zeno, what do you call a deer with 1 eye? With no eyes? Fuck off. I'm giving up.
Oh,
Doctor. What is it? What is it?
Right. Zeno, what do you call a deer with no eyes?
What?
No idea. What do you call a deer with no eyes and 3 legs?
What?
Still no idea.
Jesus, mate. Peak.
So I bought a pair of shoes from my drug dealer the other day.
From what?
A pair of shoes from my drug dealer the other day.
And how does that come around?
Yeah.
I don't know what he laced them with, but I was fucking tripping all day.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Someone stop this man.
The fuck is the fly, mate? I found the fly. Oh no, I've lost it again.